what an ISO 27001 gap assessment really is. Hey everyone, Daniel here. Today, we're kicking off a multi-part series where I break down ISO 27001, specifically how to run a real gap assessment without overthinking it or drowning in buzzwords. If you're new to this, don't worry. This series is built for beginners and for small businesses that want clarity, not jargon. So let's start with the most important question. What actually is a gap assessment? So what it is in reality, a gap assessment is simply a structured way to figure out three things. What your business already does well, what you do halfway, and what you don't do at all. That's it. People try to make this sound mystical, but it's nothing more than taking stock. For example, think of it like a factory counting parts. Which parts are in stock, which parts are running low, which parts missing completely. In this case, the parts are your security practices, your processes, your documentation, and your evidence. So why it matters? If you skip the gap assessment and jump straight into doing ISO 27001, here's what happens. You waste time documenting things you already have. You rebuild processes that already work. You miss the real holes that actually matter. And worst of all, you burn out fast. A good gap assessment gives you the truth about where you stand today. And that truth becomes your roadmap. So what a gap assessment is not. A gap assessment is not a performance review, a pass-fail audit, a reason to blame people, or a witch hunt. You're not grading employees. You're not trying to catch anyone in the act. You're collecting facts and not opinions. Here's the outcome. By the end of a proper gap assessment, you should have a clear list of strengths, a clear list of weaknesses, a realistic view of what's missing, and a prioritized plan of what to build next. This makes your implementation smoother, cheaper, and much faster. In the next video, I'll show you what you need before you start a gap assessment. And trust me, jumping in unprepared is how most companies set themselves up for months of unnecessary headaches. So see you in the next video.